This is the bike finished, upgraded, rebuilt, and ready to rip. But before we get into all the custom mods, tips, and tricks I use to get this 6-year-old Stacyc running better than ever, let me show you how we ended up here. It all started when my buddy took his kids to race at Glen Helen and asked if my son wanted to come along. He was pumped just to watch, but after that day, he wanted in. So the next race, we showed up ready to rip, or so we thought. We were totally outmatched. Every other kid had a decked out bike. We didn't even have a number plate, so I grabbed an old paper plate and zip tied it on. At this point, it was pure dad ingenuity and full chaos. First race, we held our own. Second race, way more kids, way less time. I thought we'd have time to charge the battery, but we didn't. We lined up again with a drained battery, and I knew exactly what was going to happen. Last lap, 50 feet from the line, dead. My son was crushed, and I knew right then we had to rebuild this bike. After my total dad fail, I made him a promise. We were going to build something even better than a new bike, and that's what kicked this whole thing off. We ordered everything you could think of: tires, pegs, bearings, chain, freewheel, every single part that I could upgrade on this 12-inch Stacyc bike. We ordered it, we ordered the best of it, and we were both excited to get started. Little did I know that all the new parts I ordered, they weren't just going to bolt on this bike super easy, and that's where the fun begins. It started off really easy, the disassembly, taking things apart. Anybody can do it, right? Well, I never really worked on these bikes that much, but I figured it can't be that hard. We started taking everything apart, got all the plastic components off, got the motor out, got it laid out. My son and I decided now's a good time to clean up the bike. We were having a great time so far. This is where things started to get technical, and we ran into some issues. These bikes have 3 major components that make them work. They have the motor that goes into a Planetary gearbox, and then they have the 90-degree drive that connects to the chain. I ordered a new Planetary gearbox and an upgraded 90-degree drive. That way we could be rolling smooth and have maximum power to the back tire. I thought I would just unbolt this, bolt the new ones on, and I would be good to go. Little did I know, I was wrong. Let me show you what happened here, because you might have this same issue. I fought this thing for hours thinking I could just get it to go together, but really there were way more issues than that. I ended up taking apart the entire brand new Planetary gearbox to see what the issues were. Turns out there's actually 2 sets of gears, a top set and a bottom set. And I couldn't figure out why the motor wouldn't go back into the Planetary gearbox until I mic'd out the gears. The top set is actually a bigger set and the bottom set is a smaller set, but it was reversed when I bought this new gearbox. So I found that out by comparing the new gearbox to the old gearbox and putting the pieces together, which ended up taking me almost till 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was getting super frustrated. I got the gears put back in the correct order, and turns out when you put them in correctly, the motor slides right in with no issues. So if your motor doesn't just slide into your Planetary gearbox, you have the gears reversed, whether you took it out to clean them or you ordered a new one. I don't know if this happens a lot, but it happened to me, and I was literally pulling what little bit of hair I have left out of my head. If you're still watching 3 minutes in the video, do me a favor, please just hit the subscribe button. It helps a lot. It's free. It takes you 2 seconds. Now I was thinking exactly what you're thinking. I'm home free. All I gotta do is bolt the pegs on, get all these cool parts put together, break this chain apart, which should be easy. I've done this a million times. Well, the chain breaker that comes with this sucks. It didn't work well. I even read the instructions because I thought I was doing it wrong. I wasn't. So I had to go back to old school methods. I used a punch, couldn't get it out with a punch. So I ended up taking my grinder and grinding out one of the links so I could get this thing to the size that I need. Again, another frustrating part that made me want to pull my hair out, but we got it figured out. Got the axles out, got the bearings out, started to get all the new things in, and I also got a new freewheel. So I ordered a freewheel tool to get the old one out, and of course, it didn't fit the way it needed to. So I thought I just needed to clean the dirt out, but that actually wasn't the case. I had to grind the tool down so it would fit the old freewheel and the new freewheel together. And here's a quick side note. If you get frustrated and you can't get the old one off, use an impact gun, because I couldn't get mine off with the ratchet, and this made all the difference in the world. Something actually went right. The new freewheel just went right on with the tool fitting properly, and I had no issues installing this at all. We got the old tires off, we got the wheels cleaned up, and we got the new bearings installed. And at this point, I was thinking to myself, what else could go wrong? All the hard stuff's done. All we got to do is bolt this thing together. Well, that's where I was wrong yet again, because what happened is, once I got everything done and I was ready to install the axles and put the jam nuts on, the tolerances on the older Stacyc models, specifically the 12-inch, are not the same as the new 12-inch model. So the bearings I ordered along with the jam nuts didn't fit the spacing in the rear swing arm and the front fork. So I had to adjust these. I had to grind down the nuts until I had everything just right. I mic'd it out. I took my time, but in the end, everything ended up fitting exactly how I needed it to. That ACS freewheel sounds absolutely insane, and these new bearings I put on literally spin like 20 times longer than the old ones. I think the old ones were so worn out, I would get about 6 seconds of free spin before the tire would come to a complete stop. Now you can see we're getting a ton of free spin out of this tire, which is exactly what we want to help with battery life, carry speed through corners, and speed down the straights, especially when we're at the track racing other kids. I ended up finishing the bike when my son was at school, and I'm really excited to go picking him up early so that way we can get his opinion on the bike for you guys as well. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how you guys think this thing came out. I'm pretty excited to hear his thoughts, but before I go grab him, check out this before picture on the left and the after picture on the right. The bike's completely decked out and he's pumped. Do you like it better?
Yeah.
Does it feel faster or does it feel the same?
It feels the same.
It feels the same? Was it worth it or no?
Yeah.
It was? Okay. Go ride, show me. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, now's a great time to go ahead and do that for me. Now, this project was so worth it. To see how pumped this little dude was, man, it really made my day. He was so proud that he put his own work into this bike. He showed it off to all of his friends. He rode it all day and had a blast. Hopefully this video inspires you to do a project with one of your kids because it was absolutely worth it. We'll catch you on the next one.